Yeah. Well, I guess just looking at at everything. I mean, you guys saw the rankings, and so glad that we're in the show and in the mentions, and obviously you saw it, so we're hoping to prove some things, and we have one game guaranteed on the schedule, and hopefully we can add one or two. We'd like to add more as much as possible. We've committed to doing that, and I just thought it was important, and Brett and I talking about it, to address the media and make sure that we stay connected to you guys, and just want to first let you guys know how much I appreciate all of you in this moment of giving thanks. I want to tell you that I'm thankful for what you do for our in sports, and specifically for me and BYU football. So thank you for that, and now you can go on with the questions, as difficult as they may be.
All right, why don't we go ahead and start with Jared Lloyd, followed by Mitch Harper.
Well, Kalani, we should reciprocate as well. We're very grateful for the access, for the thoughts that you provide, and the chance that we have to get to know you and your boys. So we'll extend that same give thanks message back at you. But I wanted to ask, I mean, you've been around the program, you're a BYU football fan. How great is it, big picture, that BYU is back in this conversation this year and in a position where you're the only, you're the first coach that they bring on. I think you were the only coach that they brought on at the playoff, show and all of that. And that's where BYU's at.
Well, I think that it's just a lot to say about our fan base, about Cougar Nation, and about our athletic department. And so it's an honor for me to be in this position and to see it happening, and definitely an honor for me to be involved with these young men and with our football team. So I'm glad that this is happening. I mean, we still have a lot of work. We knew going in. You guys have been around me long enough now that we were excited about the season, excited about our schedule, excited about the depth that we have in this team, and we were really looking forward to this year. And so the fact that we've had to pivot quite a bit as a athletic department and a football team, and had to make a lot of adjustments with our players and with the schedules and everything that's going on. And I've just been really proud of our players, just really proud of everybody, and definitely proud of our leadership in the administration and our athletic department. So it's really cool. It's a cool moment. I think it's good because I remember watching the basketball team and seeing all the success that we saw from our track and field team and cross country and all that stuff that's happening in volleyball and soccer. It's a good time, and it's nice to be mentioned with all those sports that are having a lot of success here at BYU.
Kalani, what was the timeline of events with this reported Washington matchup? When did it fall through officially? And can you just kind of take us step by step as to how this all came about?
Yeah, so we knew. I mean, first of all, if you're looking through our schedule, we look for any time there's a game canceled. And that's our players. That's everybody. That's like, hey, this game got canceled. And so we know that with COVID, and sometimes it extends to another week where that game, maybe you look at a future opponent, and maybe possibly that game the next week would be canceled. So everyone kind of knew that there was a possibility that Washington State wouldn't be able to play against Washington. And Tom and their people were communicating. I think we were hoping to get it done as early as possible, and throughout their conversations, all I know is that there's a possibility. And when we knew about it, we were really excited, and when we were looking at all the different things that they were talking to, and the offers that were made from both sides and things like that, we decided that, hey, this is a possibility. So we decided to practice. We decided to go ahead and practice and prep and watch film and get ready and have a game plan in place for Washington. So we had a really good practice yesterday. I mean, really good. The guys were upbeat, so fired up, and guys had to. I mean, we knew we were going to play this week earlier, and so we told them, hey, maybe there won't be anything. But when we told them that there's a game, possible game, we had a lot of people cancel plans, and with the hopes that this would happen. And when it didn't, our team was very disappointed, and. But like I said before, I said earlier in the show, the narrative that we were ducking or hiding or waiting for the announcement to happen is clearly not true. It's a false narrative, and so that's disappointing. We were disappointed that we didn't get to play this game, and for whatever reason, Washington, Pac-12 Conference, and BYU, they weren't able to come to terms and play this game. If it was up to our players, this game would have already been scheduled and played as soon as possible. unfortunately, Zach Wilson and the boys can't make our schedule, but maybe we should allow them to do it once in a while, But we have a bunch of competitors. I love our boys, and I love the swagger that they have and the excitement they have to play the game, and I'm going to always support them. So the chance that this game would happen got us all excited, and then when it fell through, we're really disappointed. So I don't know if that explained. I don't know all the details. You probably have to talk to Tom and talk to them, but I don't know where this narrative started that we were hiding or waiting. I just want to crush that right away because we practice. We're ready to play them. We're looking forward to the game and really confident in it.
All right, Norma, why don't you go ahead next, followed by Jake Hatch.
Hey, Coach, with where you guys found yourself tonight in the college football playoff rankings, you guys would be out of a New Year's Six bowl. What do you feel needs to happen in order to get in there, and how important would it be for the program to be able to play on New Year's?
We can only control what we can control. Hopefully we've earned enough time. I just like seeing these guys play. Hopefully we can get another game scheduled because of what they've done already. And whatever game that is, whatever bowl, we will appreciate the opportunity to play together again as a team. We would love to play more. I love seeing this team play. I don't care about what the bowl game is going to be. I don't care about the risks or any of that stuff. I just want to see our guys play. We wanted to get 12 guaranteed opportunities to play a game and hoping for that, and trying to earn another one, and hopefully we've earned another one, but we've had 9, 10 scheduled. Hopefully that does happen, and hopefully we can get more, but I'm not really focused on that. Neither is a team. We're not trying to vie for one place or another, but we have some work to do if we want to, and all I know is that we have a short amount of time and not a lot of games to do it, and so we'll make the most of what we got, and hopefully things can happen between now and the final ranking.
Kalani, have you had a chance to speak with your players about the rankings so far tonight?
No, but a lot of them are texting me, so my phone's blowing up ever since. I just love them, so I'm gonna fight for them. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure that everybody that they're represented well, and I think that got through in the show. I hope it did.
And then just a quick follow-up to that. Is this motivation for you personally to see more games added, or are you going to advocate to Tom to, hey, find somebody for us to play in the weeks we have open?
That's never changed. We've been the same the whole time. We've been wanting to add games the entire time. I need to remind everyone, again, we were the only ones that were playing football in the West, and when that happened, we reached out to all these conferences that were playing football, and as conferences started to make decisions to go conference only, and we knew that wasn't a possibility, that's why I said thank you to the Sun Belt Conference, Conference USA, and American Conference for allowing us to play those games. But we've had to pivot and work and maneuver. Houston was supposed to come here, and I'm thankful that Tom was able to work it out where we were going to go there. That's great. And then when the Mountain West joined and got back, they allowed us to play 2 of their best teams in San Diego State and Boise State, and that's awesome. So then North Alabama was going to stick with our game. So I'm really thankful that those guys did that. But we were in a position where we couldn't control any of that. All I know is that we have a good team, and we're excited about them, and just wanted to have them opportunities to play games. But we've never not wanted to add games. That's been I think that's been like our chant from the very beginning. I don't think people are like, oh, they don't want to add games. No, that's our deal. BYU, please add game. That's kind of our deal. The 2020.
All right, Jake, why don't you go next, followed by Jared, and then again for anyone else, if you raise your hand on there, if you have questions, we'll get to you.
Yeah, Kalani, what was the message that was sent by the committee tonight to BYU regarding your place in the college football world?
I don't know. I don't know all the details. I didn't get to hear much. What did I forgot the guy from whoever spoke. I was getting ready to get on the show. Do you remember his name?
Arda, the commissioner?
Yeah. So I guess it was him that spoke and mentioned BYU, but last I checked, I didn't know that the quarterback for Boise State played defense. So, I think if they're going to really look at it, they should probably look at all the different things. And we know how hard it is to win with your third-string quarterback. We did it last year. So, I just know that we have a team that's really deep, and I'm trying not to get too frustrated. I know Jay wants to see me get mad and all that, but I just know we have a team that's really deep. You guys have seen us. You guys have seen games where you're like, hey, where's this guy? Where's that guy? We've never been full strength, but we don't cry about it either. We just go on and play, and we feel really good with our depth. But how many times have we played with missing linemen or missing position here and there, and really haven't skipped a beat as a team? And I think that's a huge compliment to our depth on our team, huge compliment to our coaches and the development of our players, and then huge compliment to the talent that we have here.
Thanks, Kalani.
Thanks, Jay.
Not
Jared?
trying to see you get mad.
No, it's okay. I'm not mad at you. I'm just like, this is I'm just I don't with the playoff ranking. That does I just love our boys so much, and I just want to see them get the respect they deserve. That's something that I am that drives me. So.
All right, thank you, Coach Jared, and then Mitch.
I guess, Kalani, I'm going to just kind of lead in with or follow up with what you just said. How much do you want to see this team be tested by a really good opponent? I mean, you've played good opponents, don't get me wrong, but play. I mean, you were in talks with Alabama back in July, trying to get that type of a game. How much do you want to see these boys get a chance against a high-profile, nationally recognized opponent?
Yeah, I would love to see that. I mean, we were excited to see this team against the original schedule, and that's why all these guys came here. That's why Zach came here, to play against that schedule and to play against the teams that we have on our schedule. And if you look at the schedules in the past and the original schedule and the schedules in the future, they're tough. They're not easy, right? And so there's this high level of like excitement to play them, but we've never shied away from that. And so, hopefully there's two sides to a story always, and it's not just one side. But I think I mentioned it earlier that it's not having to do anything with fear. Nobody's afraid of anyone. That's what makes college football great. Anyone can beat anyone at any given day, and that's why it's such a wonderful sport. And I believe it's the best sport in our country.
And Kalani, kind of tying into that, I mean, you're a big college football guy. What do you make of just this system, the playoff system for college football? Is it a fair and just system for all that's giving equity to everyone in the landscape? How do you just feel about this playoff system determining a champion this way?
I don't know what to think about it, to be honest with you, because it seems like it should head towards something where you can get more teams involved, and it seems like it's always leaving somebody out, even in that I think deserves to show themselves and be out there. And there's so many different variables. I said before, it's a hard position for a committee to be in, but in a difficult spot. And that's why nobody really complains about March Madness, because you have all these teams that are involved, and then you can't really deny what happened when the teams are all battling out and you have one champion. I think that there's a lot of teams that feel like they could be in there, and if they're given the opportunity, would play their best and possibly become a champion. But it is the system that we're in right now, and we just have to work with it. But I think it's difficult to narrow things down to 4 teams. But I think they're doing as good as a job as they can, and I don't envy their job. I think it's really hard. But with that being said, it's a difficult position for them to be in, especially this year, trying to gauge all the different teams that are playing conference only or playing different schedules, and then trying to figure out who's going to be the best, and then trying to rank them 1 through 25.
All right, Jake, go ahead.
Yeah, Kalani, what do you feel like when you do get a chance to speak to your players, what will your message to them be?
Well, they're hitting me up like crazy, so I'm gonna just tell them to just stick with what we've talked about. Try to do everything we can to be safe, get better as a team, and get stronger, and be in a position where next week, hopefully, we have a game scheduled. If not, we'll start practicing and be ready for San Diego State. That's the concept of staying focused and being on living the moment and trying to take advantage of the time that you have right now is really important for our boys. And they have never lost focus at all, ever. And when we went to practice yesterday, you should have seen the level of excitement and energy. It was so nice to see, and that's why I can't wait to see them play again, and as many opportunities as we can. If it were up to our boys, we'd play 30 games this year.
And then I've got one more question. There were rumors out there of San Diego State because of their game against Fresno State this week being canceled. There were talks, or I guess people saying that that game may have been moved up. Was there any validity to those rumors?
I don't know all the answers on that one, to be honest with you. I think Tom was working through the Washington one more than anything, and then I can't speak on San Diego State. I know they're on our schedule, but it would have been nice to be able to maneuver schedules around and everything. But I honestly I can't answer on that one. Sorry.
All right, thank you, Coach. Does anybody have any other questions for Coach? I haven't seen any other hands come up, so I assume that we're good. If you do have one, let me know here. All right.
You guys are awesome.
Kalani, thanks for your time. Appreciate you spending time to address the media tonight, and we'll start up again with media availability for football next Monday. So.
Okay. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Kalani. Same to you.